directed and casted this play you're about to see. Thank you, I tried. Now then, the show you're about to see took an awful lot of work from everybody involved in it. Not just me, the cast you see here worked very hard. If you have family or friends in this show, please know that I both love and hate them as much as I can. That being said, please sit back and enjoy the show.
What happened?
Mr. Lowman, come with me. It's time.
What? Time for what?
It's time.
Who are you?
Time.
Time for what?
For your trial, Mr. Lowman.
Trial? What?
I'll swing in a minute. Right now we need to get warning.
What's going on?
Damn it, the kid hasn't been told them what's going on here yet.
He didn't die on impact. He was in the hospital for a few hours.
Precious time. Lost. And all for what? Just another case.
I'll try to make this quick, Your Honor.
Stay right here, Francis.
Okay, wait. How do you know my name?
Mr. Lowman, raise your right hand.
Okay.
You swear to tell them the truth?
Sure.
Yes or no, please?
Okay. Yes.
Good.
Good. Your Honor, I motion for a recess to inform my client on his current situation.
Objection. The trial was meant to start 10 minutes ago.
Overruled, Counselor. Every precious second I can get out of this box is a second worthwhile. You want 1 minute here, Cal. Hey, Bill, drinks on me. You win?
Good.
Mr. Lowman, Francis, I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
What is going on?
Mr. Lowman, calm down. Look, I understand you're excited right now. I need you to calm down and have a seat. There, that's better. Now why don't you calmly ask me what's bothering you?
Okay. First of all, where am I?
Limbo.
Limbo?
Yes.
All right. And who are you?
My name is Carol. I'm your eternal attorney.
My what?
I'm your lawyer.
My lawyer. Am I being sued?
Yes. This is the case of Hell versus Francis Lowman.
Me versus hell in court, huh? Maybe you should just tell me straight what I need to know here.
Maybe you should have a donut first.
A donut?
Yes, I find people take the news better when they have a donut.
Please tell me I'm not dead, am I?
Donut!
I don't want a donut, I'm dead! How?
Car accident.
What? I don't
You
remember
were
it.
unfortunately intoxicated at the time.
Oh,
Yes, I'm afraid so. The prosecution is definitely going to throw that one in our faces.
prosecution.
The other gentleman who was just here, his name's Canibrion, and he persecutes the dead such as you rather ruthlessly, as you'd expect from a demon.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
You're not the devil.
Elections are next year. I've got a great campaign team. So, Lowman, your sheriff fill you in on it all?
I did.
So you know what's at stake here. Oh, good. I love telling you this part. If you win this case, your fate is in your hands, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Whatever I want.
Yeah, heaven, reincarnation, angelhood, whatever. But if you lose, well, it's in my hands. Looking forward to it. And oh, by the way, we reconvene in 10 seconds. That's sounding better.
Okay, let's recap. You're dead, got it?
Still struggling, but yeah, I got it.
And if you win this case, you'll get to control your destiny to a degree.
Yes.
But if you lose, you'll probably be going to hell.
Yes.
And are you sure you don't want to do it?
Yes!
All right, people, the sooner we get this over with, the sooner I can go home. So let's try to keep this to a minimum effort, people. The court will now convene on the case of Francis Lowman versus Hell. The prosecution may present its opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Francis Lowman, husband, father, sinner. The accused is without question a predominantly evil person, marked by a destructive path of misery and suffering in his wake. The defense will, of course, attempt to show that Mr. Lowman is not such an individual, by quoting every please and thank you he's ever given, and giving a shockingly harrowing footage of Mr. Lowman opening the door a few times. evidence as it is, not with bias. And without a doubt, the truth will come out. Thank you.
Will the defense please make its own opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. Francis Lowman, the man sitting at that table there, is as far from evil as I can find in a person. Mr. Lowman lived his life. Of course, there's going to be sin and temptation, but with such hollow vices, there's always going to be great opportunity for good. And Mr. Lowman exemplifies this. He was a hard-working, kind, compassionate man, with far more love than hate. Mr. Lowman's life, however, has ended, and his soul now rests squarely in your hands. I hope you do what you know is right.
Lovely. Now the prosecution get on with it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, I call to the stand Miss Marjorie Lowman. So how are you today, Miss Lowman?
Oh, call me Margie. Everybody does.
Very well, Margie. You recognize the man sitting there?
Oh, he's a bit older now, but that's my dear grandson, Frankie, of course.
And you by chance remember one of Frankie's hobbies between ages 17 and 18?
I'm a bit foggy.
Oh, Margie, I don't think you are. I think you're just trying to cover the fact that for several months, Francis stole money from you. And you by chance remember what he spent the money on? Well, I do. Well, Mr. Lowman is certainly not the only student of Lake Hill High School to fall to the allure of dope and a hit or a smack here and there. We're certainly not going to deny that this happened. I have it here, Margie, that he stole over $700 from you until you caught him. Do you deny this?
No, I can't. But that's not all.
The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
All right, defense, get on up there.
Miss Lowman.
Margie.
Right, sorry, Margie. You mentioned before that the evidence stated was not the whole story. Can you please explain this?
I'd love to. You see, when I found out that Frankie was stealing from me, and worse, what he was spending it on, I called him out one day, and of course I gave him hell. But you should have seen the look in his eyes. He was so sorry. You could see. So sorry, in fact, that I promised not to tell, as long as he cut it off.
I see. So you forgave him?
Objection. Forgiveness of the sin does not excuse its occurrence.
According to Article 17, Section 4 of the Moral Evaluation Index, forgiveness of the victim of the sin can be excusable in certain situations.
Overruled, counsel.
So, you're saying that even though we had betrayed your trust and you stole money to purchase illegal drugs, you forgave him?
Yes. Yes, of course I did. He may be an idiot here and there, but he's still my grandson, and I can't help but love him. I'll always see the good in him, even if I have to try extra hard sometimes. I know there's good in him. I know.
We all do, Margie. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a bunch. Can we get our next witness, please?
You know, that's my grandson up there. You want to show a bit more care and concern.
Of course, Margie. I'll take everything into consideration. Just quickly.
Touching. But will the defense please call their witness?
Second.
Very well. Defense calls Robert Gerhardt to the stand.
Oh, please don't tell me this one's a sleeper.
Afraid so, sir.
I bailiff, go fetch him.
Sleeper? What does that mean? Rob's not dead yet. How could he be here?
Sometimes in cases like this, we need to call on few witnesses who, as you say, aren't dead yet. In order to get all the evidence we need while still making things look good in the real world, we call these witnesses up during their dreams when their subconscious is incapable of lying. And when they wake up, they only remember a vague good dream. It's really an elegant process.
Good. Now that you're with us, will the defense please begin its examination?
With pleasure, Your Honor. Mr. Gerhardt,
Yes?
we need to ask you a few questions about your old employee, Francis Lowman. Is that all right?
Francis. Oh, yeah, sure.
Would you say that Mr. Lowman was a hard worker?
Francis? Oh, yeah. Great guy. Dependable, reliable, always glad to be around.
company before himself?
Oh, sure. I couldn't tell you how many extra hours Frank pulled just because I asked him. Sometimes I knew Frank needed to be there because he get the job done right.
So you're saying he was diligent, hardworking, and possessed integrity whenever he was on the job?
Get the words right out of my mouth there.
I'm glad it could, Mr. Gerhardt. The defense rests.
All right, Tenebra, your move.
A hard worker, dedicated, selfless.
That's right.
Well, then it seems to have slipped both your and my opponent's memories the events of December 22nd, 2002. Do you remember another employee of yours, Jack Hamden?
Yeah, I remember Jack. Fine employee. Certainly no Frankie, but...
Did you know that the Christmas commission that Mr. Lowman gave to you was actually the work of Mr. Hamden?
What? No way that could happen. Jack must have said something.
Well, then you really don't remember. That day, Hamden had called in sick and asked his trusted friend, Francis, to put his name through to you. But when push came to shove, Mr. Lowman appeared to be envious of his colleague. And then he lied to you, saying it was his sale. And when Jack asked him after work how it went, Lowman told Jack, who I might add, regarded Mr. Lowman as a friend, that you didn't really care about the commission, that it wasn't worth the pay raise. Mr. Lowman seemed happy enough to take it, though.
I didn't know that.
Yes, unfortunately, most of the world did not. Fortunately, for the sake of the truth, I do my homework. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, then. The defense will be allowed a brief intercession while we return what's-his-name to the world of the waking.
Wait, what?
Knock him out! In the meantime, counselor, if your next witness is also a sleeper, you'd better get them now.
Very well. I look forward to it.
I'm dying out there. You said I had a good case.
And you do! This is going better than I had hoped. Granted that oversight, lying, manipulating, and the sixth deadliest sin of envy, you've got to confess forgiveness to a key argument. And you're still regarded as a hard-working, diligent man. Provided you express genuine remorse for your actions, you're in the clear. Wait, you do feel remorseful, right?
Since the day I did it, I never came forward because I guess I was afraid. Afraid of what he'd say. Jack was still a good friend of mine, you know? I just didn't want him finding out that I betrayed him like that.
I know, Francis. That's why I believe in you. That's why I think you're a good person. You do bad things here and there, but who doesn't? We all have skeletons in our closet, but it's our remorse, knowing we did wrong, admitting it, and seeking repentance that makes us good people. That's why I know you're a good person, Francis.
Thank you, Mirakel. You know, I don't think I could have asked for a better attorney.
Couldn't ask for another one anyway.
As heartwarming as this has become, I'd like to remind you all that this is a one-act play, and we only have so much time. Wrap it up!
Right, so it seems like not even the nature of your death can be used against you. Morally speaking, you're almost untouchable. It'll take some creativity with the jury to see the brighter side of things, but it's doable. I think I did my research well, but I need you to think hard. Is there anyone you could call to testify against you? Someone who could tip the scales?
Oh, no, not that I can think of.
Good. I can't think of any either. Unless...
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Samantha Lowman.
Sam!
Wake her up!
Stop! She's awake.
Darn, I like waking them up.
Good. Now let's get started. Will you please state your name for the court?
Samantha Lowman.
And will you explain your relationship with Francis Lowman?
He's my husband. Or was.
I see. Would you say that your husband loved you and your children?
Yes, he did.
But he had a temper, didn't he?
He could.
I have it on good account that he never hurt the kids.
No, he didn't.
But what about you? He hit you, didn't he?
Objection!
Overruled, counselor.
Oh, sure, not a daily, a weekly, or even a monthly thing. In fact, it didn't start until more recently in your marriage. And even then, it was only a couple of times, right?
Yes.
Why might that be, counselor? Relapse into drug abuse, alcoholism, emotional instability. The better question is, does any of that matter? Does it matter why you did something, regardless of whether or not it happened?
Sam! God, I'm so sorry! I can't possibly justify what I did. I
immediately. All right, Herrico, you have your time. Go.
Sam? Yes? I know he hurt you, but you said earlier that he loved you when he was alive. You and his kids. But if he were still alive, and in the morning he was there just the same, do you think he'd still love you? Yes, I do. I don't know if you can forgive him, and I don't expect you to. But can you at least see how sorrowful he is? How truly sad he is? Yes, I can.
Irrelevant. Do you think even that flimsy excuse counts as a way out?
No further questions, Your Honor.
I see. Will the jury please begin its deliberation?
Yes, Your Honor. Francis!
Don't. Just don't.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We, the jury, in the case of Francis Lowman versus Hell, have found the defendant, Francis Lowman.
So yeah, that was that. Thank you so much for coming out. Like I said, this was really hard to do, but I think it paid off in the end. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This was so much fun. In fact, I think watching me backstage might have been slightly more entertaining because I was dancing like a little kid on Christmas. It's perfect. Okay. Now, I'd like to direct all of your attention to your playbill. It's formatted like a subpoena for a reason. At the bottom, I would be very, very grateful if you yourself, yes, you, the audience. I tricked you. This was jury duty. You get to vote. So, if you're interested in deciding whether or not Mr. Lowman is innocent or guilty, please feel free to mark on your ballot. I have a person standing outside the door waiting to collect them from you. And we will tally them up, and eventually there will be an answer to whether or not Mr. Lowman goes to heaven or to hell. In any case, thank you so much for coming. The actors who worked so hard on this are waiting for you outside to shine praises upon them rather than you. Thank you very much.